up, what up, what up? Thank you for tuning in for the, fifth? Fifth episode.
Month end.
Avid Dreams podcast. Month end, as you heard my co-host just say. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing all right.
Okay,
good.
Normally I would say, I'm JASHAR, and then she would say, I'm Chanel. But, we've done five episodes of this. Y'all probably know what our names is.
Yes.
But let's get into the shits.
First of all, before we get into the shits,
Okay.
somebody's birthday is coming up.
Whose birthday?
This guy.
This guy.
This guy's birthday is coming up, like tomorrow, when we're shooting tomorrow. So happy birthday.
What up, y'all? It is my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
I actually put together a 2020 highlight of all the things that I've been able to accomplish this year. And it is pretty lit. Not gonna, stroke my ego, but
It's coming. It's coming. I seen it already. It's good. It's really
pretty
good. It's
fire.
Yeah.
So, that being said, happy birthday to me tomorrow.
Happy birthday to you.
And let's get into it.
Yeah.
So, first thing on the table is Lupe Fiasco once again. Mr. Kick Push came out and said on one of his IG lives that not only Rolex but Ferrari ain't shit. I'm like, what?
So he called two brands out. He called Ferrari out and Rolex.
Two different brands.
Which are like they're basically rappers' delight.
Rappers delight.
Bold statement.
They're very bold statement.
Bold statement. But mostly bold statement because the majority of the population obviously doesn't generally get their hands on those two brands, those products.
Very expensive.
So, we'd have to get the opinion from somebody else who's touched everything, right? Obviously.
Right.
But I'm not surprised.
Just so you know, like Rolexes, usually range from like 5 to like 20 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little bit higher. I don't have the information right in front of me. Ferraris are ranging from like 100 to like 300 to 500 grand.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, his reasoning was behind this is that the reason they ain't shit is because they're in the maintenance business. Apparently, they break down a lot. You have to pay a lot of money to get it fixed over and over again. He said he's had multiple Rolexes that are just broken off his wrist that he had to take back, pay some more money to get fixed. And then he had a Ferrari. I forget which Ferrari it was. But he mentioned the Ferrari.
I don't even know any of the model names.
And I was like, that's a nice Ferrari. But apparently something broke on his Ferrari and he had to get it fixed. And they basically told him, hey, this is an easy fix right here. But if you had broken the piece that's right next to it, it'll cost you 50 bands to fix. And he was like, I sold it the very next day. So, how you feel about this?
I don't blame him. Like, even if I'm rolling in the dough, like $50K for a maintenance fee, I might as well just go cop me like a Ford Flex or something.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a sports car. I know it's two different domains of like a desire in a car. It's two different lanes, obviously. It's two different things. But $50K though, like you paying the cost of a typical car, more than the cost of a typical car for maintenance. I'm guessing it was like a small piece. Anyways, I understand where he's coming from. When I was in the market for a car this year, I was trying to kind of weigh my options, and one of the ones I was looking at was Range Rover. And like I told a couple of my friends that I wanted to get it, and basically what they were telling me is don't get a Range Rover because like Range Rover, Land Rover, because they're in the maintenance biz too. Like they break down a lot. And then I was just like, where do they get their money from if people keep, and they said brand loyalty. Like people keep, they're gonna keep buying the same cars they're comfortable and are familiar with. But I'm not, like, I don't have any opinion really on it just because I've never driven one before, but I'm aware of other luxury makes that basically like break down often. And it's like, I understand why they do it. It's not good. Obviously, you continuously are reaping, people paying the maintenance fees and everything like that, because let's be honest, like you aren't making a car for the masses.
Right.
It's gonna be a little bit harder to, continuously have that revenue coming in. I'm not saying it's good.
You sell one, and
that's criminal.
That's a lot of money just selling one.
But if I'm paying that much for that car, like I expect Like, I expected to, number one, scratch my back while I'm driving. I'm just playing.
Massage my butt cheeks.
Massage my, like, I would expect it to be top notch. I wouldn't expect, like, I'd expect, obviously, maintenance with any car.
Right.
But that continue, like, no. I already paid a lot for it. I'm not.
Well, check this out. He said that it got so bad that the millionaires start getting in Ferrari's ass.
As they should. I mean, like, what are you paying for it? Like,
apparently, over in Italy, if you have a Ferrari that's over 25 years old, they'll fix it for free. And it says, but it's only for like if you're 25 years old, because all of those cars are shit, apparently. Because Lupe said that, I think he said cars from 2000 and the early 2010s are all shit. And then he said that basically, like, all the cars before that, they're gonna get them fixed for free, because the millionaires was like, yo, if you keep building us these shit cars, we gonna get a Lambo. Mm-hmm. We gonna get a McLaren.
Like, you have competitors, you're well.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get a McLaren. It's the same price, but it ain't gonna break down on us.
Right.
So it is what it is.
And then with Rolexes too.
And with Rolex.
Right. I'm not really sure. Well, Audemars Piguet.
Yeah, I know about, Audemars. I don't know how well Audemars are put together, or like Richard Millie's or any of that.
But I still see people chasing Rolex. It's always going to be like that dream from the 80s.
Right.
People like walking around with the gold band, just the label on it. Because honestly, I never really see any Rolexes that I think are legit, like really cute.
I'm gonna be a fan.
They're very classic look to them.
I'm not a fan of Rolex watches, actually. I went to the Rolex store over in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I was looking through them, and they were like priced out of this world. But I was just like, I wouldn't actually wear any of these.
Like, the style of it doesn't justify me wanting to pay that much for it. Except the only thing you'd be really paying for, like if I was to buy it or you were to buy it, was just the name.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, again, if I'm spending that much money, I expect me not having to continuously maintain it.
Right.
Like, you pay so much for it. Like, I'm paying for quality. I'm paying for longevity.
Right.
And to continuously have to keep going back. Like, I would get rid of it. I'm like, I'm selling it. I'm not doing it anymore.
No. Plus, they got the small faces. I like bigger face watches.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I'm a big man.
I haven't paid maintenance fees on my car since I got it, in my other last car too.
Mm-hmm.
And Cadillac. I don't like doing Yeah, Cadillacs are amazing. That's why I keep getting into them. But like, I haven't paid one, and I don't really like paying maintenance fees at all.
Fuck maintenance fees.
So if I was to go in there and they said $50K, I'm like, all right, well, this car is not gonna be with me.
I'm done with it.
This car's gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
100%. And other news, presidential debate was this week.
Yeah.
I unfortunately did not have the pleasure or
the entertainment
of watching it this week. So I'm gonna defer to you. How was the presidential debates this week?
The presidential debates was pure clownery from both sides, to be honest with you.
Both sides?
Yes, because obviously, me and you kind of are in the same place, and a lot of other people are in the same place where they want Trump out of office.
Right.
But Biden, his public speaking skills, I don't know if he was like mad nervous because he was going against a yipping bulldog, even though it's kind of an oxymoron, because yipping is usually annoying as fuck, and a bulldog is like, he's just a big
bitch.
Strange looking man. Like, he's just, I think it fits. And he just kept interrupting Biden through the whole conversation, through the whole debate. The moderator was having a huge issue with controlling and being in the middle of that. And I feel like that's probably the best person they could choose to do it, because I know they were probably like, we're going to have somebody with like a strong backbone in there to kind of really lay things down. I don't know why they didn't mute his mic.
It got that bad?
It got that bad.
Like, was he like talking over Biden?
Like, Biden would bring up a point of maybe Trump said or whatever like that. And then, basically like Trump will like come in and rebuttal it before it was his chance to, or before it was his turn. And then the points that he brought up too, when Trump was allowed to talk, like some of the questions they were asking him, I know one of them he spoke on, I guess the moderator said that he disabled racial sensitivity training.
Which is ridiculous.
In police administration.
That is ridiculous. And
then also, another weird question, like I wound up putting this on my social media too, about climate control and climate change, and him saying and the California wildfires.
What do you say about the wildfires?
He says a lot of dead trees out there. There's a lot of dead trees that are making, that shouldn't be there. They're contributing, and the moderator had to keep reiterating the question over and over again, like a couple of different questions, because he wouldn't answer it straightforward, including the white supremacy question.
What white supremacy question?
I can't really remember it verbatim, but basically bringing up all the white supremacy that's kind of been prevalent the past forever, but we've been seeing a lot more closer view to it within the past year or two.
Wow.
During his presidential term, and it kind of seems like he's not debunking it at all. That's pretty much why they brought the question up. And a huge thing that people have a problem with that he said was stand back and stand by. Stand back and stand.
What is that?
By to the white supremacists.
Whoa!
So everybody's like, stand back and stand by. Like, what about stand down? Like, what about, like, he didn't say anything that gave that impression that he needed to debunk that notion that, and white supremacist presence, like in America, basically.
Wow.
And he didn't really have a rebuttal to it. He didn't really shut it down. He didn't really sound like a negative view towards it at all either. So it just came off really bad.
Wow.
I feel like this kind of rolls into another part of news.
Yeah, I actually saw there was a clip that came out where I think it was from one of the debates. Has it been a couple of debates?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
Babies. I be busy.
No, I just haven't been following it since I was younger. But I feel like this year I've become more in tune with politics to where I have an interest in listening now and I understand a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But I'm not still like all over it. I'm kind of already in the thought to get rid of Trump. I already saw this one debate.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, I don't really need to see all of them. I saw what I need to see.
Yeah.
And I'm just choosing the lesser of two evils because Biden didn't look good at all. He didn't look good. He was stuttering. He looked like he was possibly like he shit his pants on stage. Like he really looked like
shit his pants.
Nervous. Like he looked.
I mean, he old enough to be able to know that you gotta go in with these debates. Like you gotta go in.
I really wish he had like Obama with like little pom poms on the side. Like you can do it. Like you can
go harder.
Like you can do it.
But yeah, there was a video clip that was released. Apparently, not Obama. What am I talking about? Trump was saying that he was making fun of Biden for wearing masks. Since we've had the crazy mandate that we have to wear masks every day of our life to work, to school. I mean,
basically,
school is
anywhere we're not home, we're in our car.
Yeah, basically to fight against the COVID infection. He's been making fun of him about that, and news just came out today that President Trump and his wife caught the Rona.
That's not funny.
It's not.
When I read that,
it's kind of humorous because he was making fun of it. Because he don't wear masks.
It's 110% humorous.
It's humorous, but it's not funny. It's messed up.
Also, Biden and his wife Jill, they got tested as well. They're negative.
Okay,
but there's other people in Trump's camp that are testing positive.
Interesting.
And at first I was like, oh, and I was like, I don't know whether it's true or not, but for the timing, elections being a month away, it just feels like
the timing is really wild.
Sympathy vote pool a little bit. I could be wrong, but that's kind of where my mind went with it.
Right. And then it's like everything has to be pushed back now because, you're supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks after you test positive for the Rona. So, yeah, this is all types of strange timing and what have yous.
Yeah, you put things pushed back, sympathy. And it just came out of left field. Like, when I read it, I was just like, why does he have it now? Like,
right.
It's been, I don't know. But that's kind of my view on it. It just came off as like just very strange in a lot of ways to me. So I don't know. Let me just say
that. Well, Biden, we're gonna get past some of this political talk for a minute because it's a little frustrating talking to people about this. But in other news, Nicki Minaj just had her baby.
Which is awesome. Congrats, Nicki Minaj.
Congratulations, Nicki Minaj.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the gender is.
Yeah, me neither. But
that just happened like what, yesterday? I think
something like that.
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday. Congratulations on that. You know, she's been popping up in music videos with her baby bump and all that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I live under a rock.
Yeah, she's been popping up. I don't know how many music videos it was, but I know there was one, and I'm pretty sure it was NBA YoungBoy. She popped up in his video with the baby bump, and I was like, oh, yeah, the baby bump. But yeah, congratulations once again to Nicki Minaj and her baby. Still not really a fan of the personality, but she is a legend, despite what Wendy Williams has just said, saying that she wasn't a legend.
You can't really debate that she's not a legend.
She's
or that she is a legend. Like
that she is a legend?
Like I'm saying, you can't debate she is a legend.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, she's definitely a legend. She's been holding it down for 10 years with no type of contestants coming up against her. Till Cardi B, obviously. But before Cardi, there was nobody up
Cardi,
against
like,
her.
I'm a fan of Cardi too, but like the lyricism is not on the same plane at all.
It's definitely not on the same plane.
The punchlines, the...
Nicki's definitely a better rapper. But, you know, it's Cardi's time right now.
Yeah. But definitely a better rapper all around. So, but yeah. Congratulations to her. That's awesome. I know she wanted a family at some point. And she's around that age. Is she like older? Not around that age. I mean like that.
I mean, I want to say she's like high 30s.
Okay. Upper 30s.
I want to say like 37, 38, something like that.
Yeah. That's good for her though.
Congratulations.
I hope she had a little girl. I think that'd be cute.
Yeah, you know what? She would probably dress up her baby just like Cardi.
Yeah, no, Cardi's baby looks so cute all the time. I love it.
Be walking around. Her baby got like Birkin bags and whatnot.
I don't have a Birkin bag yet.
Why would you give your baby a Birkin bag?
Cause I mean, she doesn't. They just made a big deal out of Kylie's daughter going to school, Stormy, and she had on her maid's backpack.
Why are you buying these for kids?
They got it. It's like Pebbles.
I mean, that's cool that you can spend that type of money, like, but it's like, I feel like kids don't have like, they don't really care about it.
They don't know what they know.
What if you take Kylie's baby girl? She go over to school or whatever. She's like, hey, check out my bag, and then she's like scooping up like sand to make a sandcastle and dumping it in her man's bag. How would that make you feel?
She can't fault her. She can't fault her daughter.
How would that make you feel? How much are those bags again?
The Birkins?
Hermes.
I don't know how much the backpack are, but Birkins go up to like 20K or more.
20K, that's a
but
Rolex.
Hermes, like generally the bags are like 5K or more.
Wow.
Like more, like as much as or more than product.
I don't know. I can't get behind that. It's too much money to be spending for your little baby to be walking around with it.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's lit. Like, I mean, I'm sure the kids, when they get like
it's lit
back on it, they're gonna be like, oh, I was
like her
crispy,
poppy. Huh? Like her poppy.
Yeah, like they gonna look back at the pictures like Mama and me decked out. Granted, I have a lot of childhood things to go through.
Childhood memories.
Normalcy that I didn't go through when I was younger.
You gotta cipher through some of that stuff.
But yeah.
Also, so in the Marvel news, this is something that's really big to me, and possibly big for Chanel. But I don't know if you guys saw Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that. Or maybe don't watch it, because apparently that movie was horrible.
What?
Everybody says that movie was horrible.
The one with Andrew Garfield?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I don't agree.
She hit the silence. I actually liked the movie. I think that the relationship between Andrew Garfield and, what's her name? Gwen Stacy?
You mean her real life name?
Yeah, real life.
I can see your name clear as day.
Yeah, well,
her face.
Their relationship, I think they had the best relationship out of all the Spider-Man movies.
It was good chemistry.
It was really good chemistry, and I heard they actually dated in real life or whatever.
Wait a minute, are you talking about the one with
Andrew Garfield?
Not Andrew Garfield. I always differentiate those by villains. The movies. Who's the villain?
Electro was the villain.
Didn't like it.
Jamie Foxx.
Didn't like it. Wasn't a good one to me. Sorry.
I'm sorry to hear this, but Jamie Foxx is apparently possibly on the bill to be playing Electro again, but in the MCU, apart from Tom Holland. So
he was one. I'm a big my villain has to be like A1. He didn't feel like an A1 villain to me.
Well, it's because they had too many storylines going on. Because he was
But
brought up to be like the big villain, and then they kind of pushed him to the side and made him a lackey for Harry Osborn.
He looked like a character on In Living Color or SNL in that movie. Let's be honest, he did.
Ooh.
Did he? Did he not?
He
had like the hair comb over type thing falling off, and
the teeth and the
crusty lips,
glasses hitting to the side, and
I was just like, come on, this is overdoing it. Like it just felt like a cartoon looking at him.
Nah, it was definitely goofy, but yeah, apparently they saying that he might be on the bill as playing Electro again, but for Tom Holland. Now let me explain to you, this doesn't make any sense because Andrew Garfield is in a different multiverse than Tom Holland, because you can't have two Spider-Man in the same universe. It just doesn't make sense. Which means there might be some multiverse talk here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Where it's just like, Electro could come into the MCU, or Tobey Maguire could come into the MCU. You know what I'm saying? Or, Venom could come into the MCU. You know what I'm saying?
I like that idea of like an ecosystem where everything can like flow and there's osmosis.
Yeah, see, it's crazy, but like DC's already doing it. They beat them to the punch.
Nobody cares about DC movies.
They beat them to the punch.
Nobody
Well, you know what?
DC movies. Okay.
You say nobody cares, but it was like the biggest thing ever last year, or maybe it was earlier this year. I can't remember which one it was. But the Flash TV show had the Flash from the movie, and they met on the TV screen. That's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like two different universes.
Cool, but I mean,
she a DC hater, so it's whatever.
I'm not a DC hater. I'm a Batman movie lover. Anything outside of that realm, I'm never happy with.
You hate it. You hated Aquaman.
I talked to somebody else.
You hated Aquaman, didn't you?
It was alright.
Wow.
It was alright. I was only, honestly.
You hated Wonder Woman too, didn't you?
I knew it was going to be trash.
You hated Wonder Woman too, didn't you?
I told you about Wonder Woman. The thing about Wonder Woman is.
You like Man of Steel though, didn't you?
I did love that. But
Man of Steel was fine.
Henry Cavill though. That's my boyfriend. But.
That's my boyfriend.
But. What was that movie you just brought? Wonder Woman? I said that they took too long to get to the action for me.
Well, you know what? Hopefully they get to the action a little bit quicker in a second. That's supposed to be dropped.
They need to figure it out because that's a conversation for another time. I'm not going to even go down that rabbit hole because we can talk forever, baby. Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, they're getting into the multiverse talk. I'm actually really excited about this.
Yeah.
If they actually wind up using him as Electro, I would actually be excited to see if he's coming as a different Electro and they're showing like a different take of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he's playing the same Electro, I'd like to see what the MCU does with something like that, because they're really good with turning shitstorms into fire.
I would legit.
I feel like a bad. That was a bad comparison.
A shitstorm into a fire?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like. That doesn't sound like something you want.
No.
You wouldn't want that.
I don't want a shitstorm anyways, let alone turning into a fire.
But you know what I'm saying. They're taking horrible shitstorms, like the old Spider-Man franchise,
X-Men,
and then they made it fire.
Oopsies.
X-Men coming too.
Oopsies.
Another thing that's coming too, Chanel. I don't know if Chanel was feeling this one the same way I was feeling this, but Spider-Man PS4, they're coming out with a remaster.
Yeah.
And I'm really hyped for a remaster because I want my PS5.
Yeah.
However, Peter Parker has a new face.
Yeah.
They kept everybody else's faces the same, and they changed his face.
So let me ask you this, because I feel like people don't really pay attention as much because the face is turned away from you for the majority of the game. Except when they had those little times where you walk into somewhere and it turns into like a story and a dialogue and da 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 da. You can move your controls and stuff around that time.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's turned away from you.
It doesn't matter. I mean, think about
when you're in gameplay, you can't see his face.
It's fucked up.
Unless you literally like want to see his face and you make him walk up to the screen.
I'm not with it. I
know you say he look younger.
He does look younger. Miles Morales looks exactly the same. However, Miles Morales now looks older than Peter Parker. Peter Parker's supposed to be the one who trains him.
Sure.
I'm not with this shit.
Understood.
I need y'all to fix this shit. I'm not happy. The fans not happy. Fix the shit before the remaster drops. Please.
Just like they did Sonic, and everybody was like not pleased with Sonic when the movie was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe they will. I mean, if they have enough uproar, then maybe they will. But well, it's real close, so I don't see how they would do that.
I'm praying on it.
Is the remaster version coming out near the time of
the
PS4?
remaster drops when the Miles Morales PS4 drops.
I don't know what to tell you, son. I don't think they're gonna change it. It's not enough time. They probably.
How are you okay with this though?
Because
how are you okay with
this?
this?
Like I said, the person's turned away from you in gameplay.
That's fucked up. No. That's like Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man.
No, it's
and
not.
then Iron Man
this
2.
Is a game.
It's Tom Cruise.
This
It's
is
the same
game.
thing. It's a movie. These video games is movies now. They show mad close-ups.
But y'all,
you gotta play as Peter Parker a lot during the game. I know. I beat it.
Okay.
I got skills like that.
I understand your frustration, but I just don't hold the same sentiment.
You know what? You just. I can't talk to you right now. I can't talk to you about this.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. But away from that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another thing that's also dropping. Not dropping, but they just started filming for the new Doctor Strange movie. That's actually starting filming this month.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited for that.
Where are they filming it?
I have no idea where it's filming it. Okay. But apparently, WandaVision is supposed to lead right into it. Because she's actually going to be a main character in his new movie. So it's going to be him and Scarlet Witch in the new Doctor Strange movie.
Okay.
Super hype about that.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, speaking on that, I'm about to watch Doctor Strange in a minute, so I'm about to go watch Doctor Strange.
All right. Yeah, we're probably going to shut this episode down just a little bit early because it was a slow news week. What are you going to do? But thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Make sure you like, you comment, you hit that, you hit that bell. And make sure you're notified for every time we have a brand new video. Once again, thank you for watching. I am JASHAR.
I'm Chanel.
Peace out.
Peace.